Hi! So here I am. I got my Mickey Mouse shirt on today. Today's day 7 and feeling great. Feeling really, really good. Sorry, this is an all natural day. So been up since 4:30 this morning. It's now 7 p.m. Soraya, my oldest, and I went to Hollywood Studios today. So let me tell you about going to Disney while you're fasting. Well, one thing, it's still fun, okay? It is still fun. And this is not my first time fasting at Disney. This is like my 5th time fasting at Disney. So is it more difficult? Yeah, it is, because we usually will get an early morning breakfast reservation, and so I get to sit there and watch my family eat, but then I get to talk more and I get to enjoy the environment. I think I've already talked about that, right? So today, Soraya and I, we drove to Orlando before it was light, and went past the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints temple in Orlando. And because all the temples basically are closed, and so we drove by to see it and to say hi, and then we drove over to Hollywood, and just had to sit in line to go through parking just for a little bit. And we sat in the car until the park opened because it was still a little chilly, but we got out. I think it was like 60 degrees when we got out of the car, and it was beautiful. So we went and rode the rides that we wanted to ride and had a fabulous time. I got almost 4 miles in, and then we jumped on the Skyliner and rode it all the way to Epcot, and then rode it all the way back, and then got in the car and came home. Now, on the way home, she was looking at different restaurants around the beach here at home that she wanted to get a burger and fries. She was really hungry for fries. And so she decided on a restaurant that I can't wait to try. I can't believe I haven't been there yet. But because I have my favorites, I get lazy. I get in, routine, right? I shouldn't call myself lazy. I am not lazy. But I get into a routine with my restaurants. And so I've been wanting to go and try Krabby Joe's, which is on a pier in South Daytona. It's called Port Orange. And so she's like, okay, this is what I'm going to get. And it was a Hawaiian burger with pineapple and bacon and Swiss cheese, right? And this is a fasting video, and we're talking about food. So she and her sister made reservations for breakfast next Thursday. We're going to the Magic Kingdom, so they want to have breakfast at the Fort Wilderness Lodge. And so they have reservations for breakfast there next week. And I said, well, do you want to save your lunch money today since we are on our way home? Do you want to not eat lunch today and save it for breakfast? She's like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. So we went and we got all this stuff to make Hawaiian hamburgers and fries for dinner. And so I helped her learn how to do all of that. And they had a fabulous dinner tonight. So I didn't go to Krabby Joe's. That would have been really, really difficult, because here's the difficult part of Disney while fasting. It's super easy because day 7, I'm in ketosis. I don't really have any hunger pains. I don't have, I was telling you last night, focus is good, energy's great. I didn't sleep very long last night. I've been up since 4:30 because I'm just, you just don't sleep as good, right? And so the hard part about fasting at Disney is all the different smells, and it's all different food smells, and that is difficult. I don't like being around a lot of food smell because it grips your stomach, and your stomach's like, feed me Seymour. And so That's the hardest part of fasting at Disney is the different food smells. So going to Krabby Joe's afterwards would have just been really hard. So I'm glad she deferred. I've never been to the restaurant. They're gonna go get breakfast, but not a big deal at all. I'll have my hot herbal tea while they sit there and eat, and I'll this resort, the Fort Wilderness Resort, is so beautiful that I have so much to look at. I don't have to stare at their food, so that's good. And then we're gonna enjoy the Magic Kingdom next week. So today was really good. Now, so I started this fast at 262. Today's day 7. I weighed 255. And now I'm getting to a point in my weight where I have had issues in the past. When my husband and I came about 5 years ago, I stepped on the scale at the Publix grocery store, and the scale in the evening, mind you, the scale read 247. And I was just laughing. Oh my gosh, the scale is so broke. You know, there's no way. And the more I thought about it, you know, I'm wearing a size 18 pants when we were here. Just one pair. The other ones were 20s. And the underwear that I had, I know it's kind of TMI, still is tight now. But it fits me about the same way it fit me then. And my husband got on the scale and he goes, no, I think it's right. I think that's what you weigh. And I think I told you this, that I just really, really ate and ate and ate, and I gained, you know, over 50 pounds. That number, 247, really scared me. So I got a notebook out. And this was really hard because I love to avoid. And I wrote a setup statement. So I have a mentor. His name is Kirk Duncan. His company is called 3 Key Elements. So if you go to 3, the number 3, keyelements.com, you can go and search his library and all the courses that he offers. In the course, Master Your Influence, back in the day when he first started doing the class, he sold the class to teach you this setup statement, and you didn't get it till almost the afternoon of day 3 out of 3-day seminar. And so the nice thing about Kirk is he wants you to share everything. He loves it that you share, because in his mind, all knowledge is recycled. There is no new knowledge out there. It's just recycled. And just think about that. That's basically true, you know? There really isn't any earth-shattering new information. It's just been recycled. Okay, so this setup statement is to set up your subconscious or your spirit to give you the answer to what you want to know. Okay, so I wrote this, and I'm gonna let you know. And this is a little this was a little rough for me to write, and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't very pretty. But I need to see it, and I need to face it, and it's just one more thing to be an overcomer on, right? So I'm gonna share everything with you. So my setup statement is, I am experiencing an issue with weighing less than 250 because. So that's my setup statement. And at the end of because, I put my pen on the paper to write the next word, and I just stare until the words come into my head, and then I just write and write and write until there's no more words, okay? So I am experiencing an issue with weighing less than 250 because I do not want to be seen. Life has always been rough, and I just want to hide and have it easy. So hiding is easy. I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of life, of a good life. And that was it. There were no more words. And I went, wow. I'm afraid of life, of a good life. Well, we're gonna continue this during the next 33 days. I'm gonna work on this. I'm not going to, this isn't negative. This isn't something that I need to get rid of and overcome. This is something I really need to delve into and get more depth in a couple of those things. Yeah, life is hard. Life has always been hard. It's like one hill over another. I overcome that. There's a bigger one in front of me. And there's a lot of truth in that. I'm not, you know, Will Smith put out a new YouTube channel and how he was going to attack a couple of his weaknesses. And one of his weaknesses is he hates being embarrassed. And so he was going to embrace embarrassment. And I watched this episode. It was I would say at least 2 years ago that I watched this. And I went, you know, I can do that. So not much embarrasses me anymore because it is what it is. And I just want to roll with it and go with it. And it's just part of experiencing this life, right? And when you embrace life at a different level like that, embarrassment isn't so crippling. So this was huge for me. This was really huge for me. I do not want to be seen. Boy, ain't that the truth. I know. How can you say you believe that, but that you're doing a video every night? Can I just tell you? This is really hard. God wanted me to start doing videos about 4 years ago, and I refused. And I refused for a long time. So when we moved here almost 3 years ago, I'm like, fine. And I did some videos. And they're all... No, they're not. Because they were just on my private Facebook page, Trish Taylor. And I was so embarrassed to do it. I hated how I looked. I didn't have anything of value. I couldn't get people to respond to, hey, I'm going to go live. What questions do you have? And I mean, I had 0 followers because it was just my private Facebook page, right? And so I hated every minute of it. And it just felt so horrible. And it's so interesting because one of the videos came up in my memories months ago, and I sat there and I watched it for the very first time. And I actually bawled my head off. I felt so bad. I felt horrible that I was so abusive to her, to myself. She was beautiful. She was so educated. She's so intelligent. She has such good information to share. And I just treated her like crap. And I hated every minute of it. And I've really worked to overcome that. And this channel, my YouTube, isn't Life Yummy channel. If you scroll, you'll see my cooking videos. Were those easy? No. Oh my gosh, I cook keto every single day. I have thousands and thousands of recipes that I create. And I could record every time I cook, like Bobby Parrish. I could record every time I cook because it's worthwhile. I mean, I could have taught you guys tonight how to make keto Hawaiian burgers. Did I? No, because it's still difficult to be seen. And that's something that I am definitely currently working on. Life has always been rough. And I just want to hide so that I can have it easy. Boy, that's really a true statement. And how many people are doing that? How many overweight people are overweight just so we can hide and not be seen? The real be seen. We're just wrapped in this huge turtle shell so that our true natures, our power, our value isn't seen. And mostly it's hidden from us, because I think it's kind of scary. I love that it came out, I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of life. And that has been my entire life. And I can admit that here. It has been my entire life. I still remember being a girl in elementary school asking the Lord to let me die. That I wanted to come home. That I was done with life. And I say it to this day. I am not afraid to die. And I live my life now differently than I did as a child. But I really didn't, because like in 7th grade, I tried out for the Miss Mainland 7th grade school pageant. I mean, I really did live. And I really, if I wanted to do something, I went and did it. I didn't think about any recoil. I just went and did it. So I've always just lived life, but I've never been afraid of death. I think I look at death differently than most people. I don't hide my house afraid of getting COVID. I go live. And if I die from COVID, I die from COVID. Okay, so people go, yeah, but that's not fair to your family. You know what? I've raised my children to know that one day mom's dying. And I cannot die with regret. And that's why I live every day, so I live without regret. I have had to talk with my children. My children want me to live, but they're also okay if I die. Because in our family, we believe that families are forever and that I will have my children for forever. And this life is just an experience as we're going through eternity, you know? And my children get that. Yes, will they be sad? Yes, will they miss me? Of course. But there's no regrets. Live life to its fullest. It's been my motto. It's what I've done. But I've done it severely overweight to hide from the hard. And I've hidden from a good life. And that's a real eye-opener for me. I was not expecting that to come out tonight when I wrote that before making this video, because I really did want to address that issue today, because this is my first weekend. I started at 262.4 and I weighed myself yesterday morning, actually. I got up this morning and left, so I didn't weigh myself today. And yesterday morning I was 255.0, so in 1 week. And it is not just water. It's just, I'm just progressing on, you know. So I did tell you that I gained 9 pounds when I came off my fast for 11 days, because I had all that cassava flour. So that, a lot of that is water. But I will weigh myself next Friday morning, so that'll be 8 days. So we'll see where we're at. So that was really eye-opening. I'm going to work on that. I will continue to share my updates within that notebook with you and what I discover. But I know I have great worth. I know what comes out of my mouth has great value. I have heard from some of you, and I really, really want to tell you thank you for reaching out and asking me questions and letting me know how my videos are affecting you. I'm so grateful that a handful of you are watching these videos. It means so much to me, because I still have a value issue. And I'm hoping through this 40-day experience that I will begin to unravel and see my value, because that's what this fast is about. It's not about the weight loss, it's about the spiritual and the emotional unwinding and development. And I'm so grateful to you that you're walking this walk with me. And God bless you all. I hope you have a wonderful evening. It's Thursday evening, and I have clients tomorrow. I'll be working, so I will check in with you tomorrow night, and I hope you have a great one. And if you have the chance to go to Disney World, take it. We wear our masks the whole time. We're social distance. We have markers in line. And can I just say I noticed something? Let me take a couple of minutes. So I did notice some things today at Disney, and I forgot I was going to tell you that. So one of the things I noticed is, okay, you know that mirror thing that I talked to you about yesterday? Okay, so maybe I am still a little bit anal and black and white, where I need to just chill. So my brain was exploding in lines not because I was afraid of getting sick, but because, oh my gosh, is it just so difficult to keep the rules and be obedient? Just stand on your daggone marker. Stop coming up and breathing on the back of my neck. Again, I'm not worried about getting sick. I take precautions, and I'm wearing a mask, and they're behind me. But still, and my head is just going nuts, right? And then I went, wow, listen to you go off in your head. Maybe you need to chill and know that everything is okay. That obedience thing gets me though, because I'm very black and white with obedience, right and wrong. And that showed me today. So I'm going to write that down in my notebook, so that is something that I can work on and forgive myself for and have more compassion. Okay, but here's another thing. We rode the Slinky Dog Dash. So Soraya had never been on any of the rides in Toy Story Land. And that Slinky Dog Dash is my favorite roller coaster, because it's not a thrill ride, it's a fun ride. And today I was sliding in my seat, and that's never happened before. Yeah, no, usually I'm still really, really snug in the roller coaster seats. Today I was going back and forth in the seat, and Trish, you still weigh 255 pounds. You can't be that tiny, is the thought that comes into your head. But the last time I rode that roller coaster, I was over 300 pounds. And so that was an amazing feeling today. And that was like a little victory. Wow. How do you guys do it that are skinny people? How do you keep yourself in the seat and not sliding back and forth? You know, that was really interesting. So those were some insights I had today at Disney, and I forgot to share with you. I went to bed last night and I went, oh, I forgot to say this. Oh, I forgot to say this. And I did not write them down. So if I go to bed tonight and I remember things I forgot, I promise I will write them down so that I can address them tomorrow. This has just been so valuable for me. I hope that you guys understand how much I'm getting out of this. I remember one other thing. So people want to know, how do you fast? You know, what do you do? So today I had pickle juice with me, and I had water with me, and it got me through. We did almost 4 miles, no problem at all. Just keeping those electrolytes up. And I don't drink Gatorade Zero or anything like that, because it's just all chemical and bad sweeteners. So I just pack dill pickle juice. I have a pickle guy at the flea market here on the weekends, and he sells me a quart of pickle juice for $1. And so I get just dill pickle juice, and I also get pickle juice with vinegar, dill with vinegar. and I mix the two. And so the vinegar helps suppress my appetite and is really good detoxer. It's just white vinegar. It's not apple cider vinegar. So, but it's still a good detoxer, but it also takes away that hunger. And then the electrolytes from the cucumbers is just a beautiful, you just keep going and keep going. You don't get the headache. At one point today, I did get a headache. And so when I got in the car, I had more pickle juice. Boom, 10 minutes later, the headache was gone. So that's the wrap on Disney. Thank you for tuning into my channel, for watching these videos. I hope they're helpful. If they are, will you let me know? And if you have any questions, let me know too, and I'll do my best to answer them. And I didn't sleep good last night. The shoulder cap is still kind of bugging me. Stephen and I are gonna trade services tomorrow night. I'll have him stretch out it's my rotator cuff muscles, but it's down in here where they get tight, and this is where I feel them because this is where they're attached, right? So, but if you'd like my page, not just my video, if you would like my page, Isn't Life Yummy? That would be fabulous. And if you could share my video, just in case there's people you know that could benefit from these, I would also just be so grateful. The more people we can help, the better. And I love you all. I'm going to do a shout out to my cousins. I love you all so much. And a shout out to my clients. You're my reason for getting up in the mornings. I love you all. And I hope you have a fabulous evening. Take care. See you tomorrow.